I've got kind of an unknown cannon barrel down there. I'm proof testing the thing. It does appear to be steel. It's got a threaded breech. I have no idea the maker or whatever. Anyway, I'm proof testing it with 6 ounces of Triple F powder and a beer can full of lead. It wasn't completely full of lead, and I made the mistake of not weighing it, but it was a Coors Light can, and it was filled probably 4 inches up from the bottom. You know, maybe a ½ inch down from the actual top. At any rate, here goes. Well, the way that fuse took off, I've never used that fuse before. I thought it was going to burn way faster than that. I was surprised how long it took. Well, we'll see what happened. Well, the first look at the cannon barrel, it actually looks okay. I will pull the breech and examine everything to make sure. It's probably considerably more charge than that cannon really is designed to shoot, especially with Triple F powder. At first glance, it looks great. Like I say, proof will be in the tearing it apart and seeing what's happened inside. And if I had to guess, I'd say the projectile weighed about 6-7 pounds, something like that. It was wheel weights, not pure lead, so it's a little lighter than pure lead. And anyway, the cannon has a 2.5 inch bore. I don't know how much it weighs. It's a lot. I mean, you can't even budge it on the ground hardly. And anyway, you can see it dug itself in pretty good there. It's a nice looking little cannon. You know, it looks like it was made by somebody who knew what they were doing. But any new cannon barrel I get, regardless of the source, I always try them, you know, just to make sure. And anyway, more later. What she looks like up close. Like I say, it's a pretty neat little barrel. Kick this out of the way, show you what the bore looks like. If you watched my last proof test, you'll see why I didn't have a carriage to shoot this on. And the cannon barrels, I want to say 42 inches long, 2.5 inch bore. And if I had to guess, I'm not kidding you, I think the thing weighs 450-500 pounds. It's about 9 inches in diameter in the back there, and it is not cast, it's steel. However, I don't think it's solid. I don't really know. I mean, it seems to, it may be a steel tube, a piece of DOM tubing or something that was shimmed down to a smaller bore. It looks like there's a liner in it, but then again, that could just be the way the muzzle's turned. Really don't know. Kind of an unknown quantity. It's going to be just kind of a garden cannon for us, just something to sit out and look for bidding on the edge of the driveway. But in case sometime later on somebody decides to shoot it, I want to know it's okay. And it does have a threaded breech. I'll unthread that and we'll look at the inside of the gun as soon as I can figure out how to get it back in my shop. Okay, I got her out of there. And I'm beginning to think it weighs more like 600 pounds. The breech block was slightly more than finger tight when I proofed it, and it came out about as easy as it went in. Seems to have a pretty good seal on the threads. The threads are just clean as a whistle right back to here. So this seal obviously works extremely well. It looks pretty highly machined. I don't see any rings or anything like that in the bore. It looks real good. I've got a bore gauge I'm going to run down there and check it out for any problems. But at first glance, looks real good. That's the Ames bore gauge that I ran down the barrel, and let me tell you, it's amazingly true bore in that gun. It is, I mean, it just, you'd have a cylinder wall on a motorcycle be like that, and it'd run forever. I mean, there's not a thousandth of an inch difference between front and back, side to side, and it appears to be virtually perfectly round. I don't think I've ever checked anything that was quite that accurate. And I can verify the gauge is working good. Almost looks like it was broken the way it was working. Just final parting notes on the cannon. I do not believe it's an old cannon because of the fact that it's steel. I think it's something somebody made, but I don't know if you can read that, but it says 4-pounder number 7. And this angle, I don't know if I can get the zoom in on that. Get the light better. Yeah, there you go. 4-pounder number 7. And on the other side, it says Manchester 1771 YOL. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe Year of Our Lord or something like that. Anyway, it's a round barrel in the back, tapers to a kind of a octagon on the front. And I know everybody seeing this video is going to think it's a cast cannon. It is not cast. And I've been working with steel for over 30 years. And I can tell the difference between cast and steel, and this is steel. And okay.